magnificent, gorgeous night, day, wherever you are. So, I had just received a comment on the video that I did a few days ago, gaining 10,000, how to gain 10,000 YouTube subscribers. So, I'm going to share my journey, what I did in the beginning, and what I do up until today. Okay, so the first thing is you don't want to be listening to people that's not in the industry. Okay. Hey, one love, peace here, baby, peace here, peace here. What I mean by that is there's people that's gonna tell you it don't make sense for you to be putting all your time and energy into content creation. It's going to be people that's going to say they don't understand why you are showing up every day, or putting the work in for content creation, and you're not getting paid. So one, don't listen to people that's not in content creation. Like, one of the things, like, my mentor Bob Proctor always would say, he would say, don't listen to people that's not, if they're not where you desire to be, don't listen to them. Okay. Because they can't speak from experience because they have never done it. That's one. Number two is you are going to have to be serious and start showing up. Hey, Tracy, peace here, baby. Peace here, peace here. You are going to have to be serious and showing up. In my early journey with content creation, tying back to like listening to people, I remember, so I told you guys like my story about 2018. I had my spiritual awakening, just became aware, okay, of certain things. I always knew that I wasn't created to pay bills. Like, it got to the point where though I felt like I wasn't created just to work and pay bills. I felt like I had a bigger calling on my life. Didn't know exactly what that was, but I always felt like it was more to my life than just working and paying bills. In fact, when I was working, I felt disconnected to things, like disconnected um towards people, because I was living in this whole illusionary world, whereas though I felt like, one, my shit didn't stink, okay, and then two, I also felt that I was better than, okay, and so went through the whole spiritual awakening thing, right, and then life humbled me. Okay. And so I remember when I first started doing videos, my mother even said to me, she was like, "Oh, it seems like you're obsessed." Right? Because I would be pumping out so much content when I first started. It was not funny. I would show up on social media 3 and 4 and more times in a day. Like, I would show, it was like social media just was my life. Me just making content, and I would do a lot of live videos, okay? A lot of Facebook live videos. Um, and then that also ties back to my next thing. Don't listen to people, because, I love my mother to the life of me. But one of the things my mother said to me, she was like, I know you on YouTube, but maybe if you go on Facebook, like, you'll have a larger audience and people will watch you more. Because when I first started on YouTube, I wasn't getting really that many views, right? And so I said, all right, let me go over to Facebook. So I stopped doing YouTube. I went over to Facebook and stayed on Facebook, I want to say about 4 or 5 years, like, showing up. I mean, literally damn near every day. Let me see, 2018, 2021. Yeah, like showing up every day. I had to think about when I first started, 2018. But showing up every day. not missing a day. It came to the point where as though it was one guy that I was working out with, and he was like my trainer. And I had shared with him, like, no, I think I sent him a message because somebody else told me about this guy, about being the trainer. And we connected on social media. I sent him like, oh, like, what days are you available for me to, come work out and stuff like that. And so he knew like my Facebook, like, and everything. And I remember one day he said to me, he was like, I know like you doing videos. He was like, but you do them too much. Honey, I felt like he just smacked me. I deleted him, I blocked him and everything. Cause I was like, who the hell is he to tell me about how many times I'm posting? If it's too much for you, let me get rid of you. So I got rid of him off of my social media. So he won't be getting the notifications of when I'm showing up and stuff like that. So that ties back to don't listen to people. Okay. That's not doing it. If they're not where you desire to be, don't listen to them. Okay. And I remember one time my mother, she was like, me and her was talking, and at this time I was doing Uber, but I made a decision. I was like, you know what, I'm not doing Uber no more. Like I'm not doing it. And I had called my mother, and I had just watched a video with what's her name? Lachey, I think Green or something like that. Like she used to be a school teacher, and then she was making videos and stuff like that on TikTok. And then from her doing that, she created her own hairline and everything like that. So one day I was like watching her video, and she was basically saying like how she stopped being a school teacher, has she quit to like pretty much pursue the thing that she wanted to do, which was start her hair care line. And I watched that video and I was so inspired. I remember I was crying, and because I was like overjoyed. I was like, oh my goodness, this gonna be me, all this other stuff. And I had called my mother and I was like, Ma, I ain't doing Uber no more. I was like, nope, I ain't doing it no more. My mother was like, and this was like the second time I quit Uber. And my mother was like, you ain't doing it. She was like, what you gonna do for money? Mind you, I just felt my income tax. So I had some racks, some pawn racks. Okay. And she was like, what you gonna do for money? You like going places, you like traveling and stuff, like you like going out to eat, like what you gonna do? And I was like, I don't know, but I'm not doing Uber no more. And she was like, I don't think that's gonna work and all this other stuff. So my mother said that, and I stopped talking to her for, it was probably, I want to say it was a few days. I stopped talking to her. And then me and her started talking back again, and she was like, oh, like I didn't know, whatever it was. So me and her started talking back again, and everything was everything. But at that time, I think I did go back to Uber because she made a bet. She was like, well, I bet you go into the income tax money, because she was like, because I want to see how this gonna work out for you if you're not doing Uber and you don't touch your income tax money. I want to see how it's going to work out for you. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to touch my income tax money. I was like, but I'm not doing Uber. So I stopped doing Uber. And then later on, I went back to doing Uber. When I went back to doing Uber, my vehicle that I had, it you might as well say it fell apart. Okay. The transmission or the engine or something, it stopped working. One day I was driving, the car started going backwards. I'm driving forward. It's like the car is in reverse. Oh my goodness. It was like, it was crazy. So after that, it was like, now I don't have any choice but to just do YouTube, because I can't do Uber because my vehicle. So I was doing so I started like really, really getting into YouTube. So as I'm getting into YouTube, It was different things. I started investing. Okay, so it was a few times I invested into Peach McIntyre. She would have like courses and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy that course, and I will buy the courses. And I got like a lot of information from those courses. But one of the things that you want to understand is you got to understand this is a mind game. Okay. If you believe that you are going to be successful, not believe, if you know you're going to be successful, guess what? You're going to show up. You're not going to make excuses. You're not going to be, let me tell you something. I would go out, and I'm not telling anybody else to do this, but I would go out when it would be below, I think like 13, it would be like 13 degrees. Last year, videos, I would go out in a freezing cold, right? Because I had this mentality that the more videos I do, the bigger, the success is going to be, the bigger my YouTube checks are going to be. The bigger I'm gonna have more subscribers and stuff like that. But let me tell you something, it's all a mind game. Okay, it's all a mind game. I have uploaded 4 videos, long form videos, okay, on YouTube this month, and my income is damn near the same as when I was doing all those other videos. You know why? Because it's all about energy. It's all about your frequency. If you see yourself there already, you're not doing the most, okay? You're not doing, but you're showing up. You're not going to suggest it on the sofa and be like, oh, well, the subscribers are going to come. You have to see yourself as that person already. So a few things that I did. So one, I invested in myself, okay? And it's like you sending a signal out to the universe that I believe in myself enough to know that I'm successful. It's like you putting it out into the ether, like, I'm a pay because I believe in me. Okay, so that was one. Some of the things that I had got from paying for content creation classes was, one, you got to be consistent. You have to show up. But when we talk about like metaphysics, right, about energy and frequency and stuff like that, is all according to your energy and frequency. So one of the things that I do before I do Dollar Tree hauls, I talk to myself like I'm my biggest cheerleader. So on my way to the Dollar Tree haul, I'm hyping myself up. You the best of the best. Like, girl, you got this. This video is going to be so fire. Okay. Like, I'm talking to myself. Okay. Then the next thing is you want to be yourself, because remember this, that your tribe is going to feel your vibe. Okay. Your tribe is going to feel your vibe. Nobody could do it like you. I don't care if it's a million people that's doing the same thing like you. They're not you. Okay. Get it through your head. They're not you. The next thing is stop telling yourself that you're not qualified. You may be like, oh, well, I didn't go to school for that. Let me tell you something. Your experience qualifies you, okay? Your experience, let's say it together. Your experience qualifies you, okay? So now what I do is another thing is you could do this. This is what I do now. I had went on Chat GPT and I had put in give me a schedule of someone that's earning $20,000 already a month from content creation. Chat GPT gave me this schedule. It gave me a calendar, what I should post, how many videos I should post today. It also was like, don't post all those long form content videos, like post one long form content video. Remember, I used to do 3 long form content videos per day. Okay. Going to so many different Dollar Trees per day, sometimes catching, let me see, a train from my house, a train to Newark, let me see, a bus, sometimes taking 2 trains altogether. It would wind up being 4 trains, because going there, that's 2 trains, and then coming back, that's another 2, and then taking the buses, okay, to get to the Dollar Trees. I was hungry. All right. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do it, because it's all according to your energy, your frequency. It's all according to what you see. If you see yourself there, it's not about you working to the point where as though you exhausted, or to the point where as though like you have no energy left. No, it's not about that. It's about you being that person already. You already her, you already him, okay, and you are showing up as that person. Not like, oh, one day I'm a be this person, one day I'm a be that. No, I'm her already. Okay, I'm her in real time, and you show up as that person. So for me, when I first started, remember I said I would do like 3 long form videos per day. I would do 15 shorts, 15 videos, like the short form, the reels. I would do 15 of them per day. I have right now 12,000 videos on my YouTube channel. And sometimes when I look at that, I'm like, oh my goodness, I got so many videos, but my numbers and stuff like that. But one of the things that you have to understand about this, that this is your journey, nobody else's. This is your journey. Another thing is when you go live, okay, this is what worked for me. When I start going live, I remember when I wanted to be monetized on YouTube. When I first got started doing content creation, it never was about money. Okay, I that wasn't my goal. Like, oh well, I'm gonna be monetized. That wasn't it. My whole thing was, all right, I was experiencing anxiety and depression. And I was like, after I went through the whole awareness thing and start understanding that I am the creator. I am the one that's creating this stuff that's coming into my life. I wanted people to feel that they weren't alone. And because they was experiencing anxiety and depression, that they wasn't crazy. Because that's like the big thing, if you experiencing anxiety, you may feel like, oh, I don't want people to think I'm crazy. That was one of the things that I felt. Okay. And it was like a gift. I was like, I want to share this with everybody. That's why I would make all those videos. I was like, I want to share this with everybody. I want people to know that they don't have to stay stuck and stuff like that. So for me, it wasn't about the money. Okay. The money came in like afterwards, but it wasn't about the money. My whole objective wasn't, oh wow, when I'm gonna get paid and all this other stuff. So for me, making content, it was generally to help people. Like I really wanted to, help people, to let them know that they wasn't alone. Okay. And that they didn't have to stay exactly where they were. So if you want to increase like your subscribers, one of the things that helped me was going live, making live videos. Okay. Even up to this day, it works. So when I was going to be monetized, I remember one of the things Peach McIntyre said to me. She said, one of the things Peach McIntyre had said to me, she was like, all right, you should be at, I think at that time, I don't know if I was at like 3,000 or 4,000 like subscribers, but she was like, you should be at 5,000 already. And so what I started doing was I started increasing me going live, me doing live videos. Okay. So that's how I increased my subscribers, doing live videos. The next thing is I would do is the Chat GPT thing. Okay, that helps tremendously. Not only that, like Chat GPT could look at your analytics. It's certain things like you could cross out if you want on your analytics. But what I did was I took screenshots of my analytics, uploaded it to Chat GPT, and let Chat GPT pretty much, go through my analytics and stuff like that. And one of the things it said was I pull in new subscribers also from my short form videos, from my reels, okay? And also it talked to me about creating the Amazon storefront. So I'm also I have an Amazon storefront as well. Okay. There's so many ways that you can get paid from social media. Is like right now is like the gold mine. Okay. Like is so many opportunities. Okay. The next thing is I had this was in a, like sort of after I saw like once I invested into like learning about content, the creation, the whole thing. I downloaded TubeBuddy. Okay, so TubeBuddy, you have some content creations that says TubeBuddy don't matter. So TubeBuddy is pretty much is like a Chrome extension you can put on your laptop. And what that does is when you see like content creators that are, probably say 100,000, that has 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, whenever they video pops up, right, on a news feed, if you put their name in, right, on like use their tags, you could go on TubeBuddy, it'll show you all the tags that these content creators are using. You can copy those tags, put them as your tags, and your video it'll start popping up. But also it also includes like, in the first 3 minutes, are you capturing the audience attention? So when you guys see me do my Dollar Tree videos, what I do is I do different takes, right? When I first show up in Dollar Tree, a lot of times I'm not that energetic. It depends. It depends. But what really captures me is the products. It doesn't have anything to do about the price of the products. For some reason, my inner child comes out when I go to Dollar Tree. I don't know. I haven't made the connection with it. I guess maybe because of the new stuff, but my inner child comes out. And when I see this stuff, I'm like blown away. It's like my inner child is just out to play. In my videos, I just started making a video. Okay. The next thing is don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. Okay. Like if you're afraid to get out of your comfort zone, then you're not going to grow. And if you don't grow, right, whatever you're, if it's not growing, it's dying. Okay. So you was created to do something. You have purpose. Don't ever think of yourself or look at yourself like, oh well, I'm just a good for nothing. No, you're not. You're here for a reason. Okay. And so there's gifts that you have, there's talents that you have a purpose. So don't just allow life to just pass you by because maybe you look at yourself as a nobody, or maybe you look at yourself like you don't have what is it? You don't have the criteria or whatever it is for you to be teaching this or for you to be doing that or whatever it is. No, listen, okay, your experience qualifies you. Period. Your experience qualifies you. The next thing that I would do was I would listen to a lot of motivation, okay, a lot of inspiration videos, whether it was Les Brown, whether it was Bob Proctor, Abraham Hicks, um, let me see, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar. Like, I would listen to Reverend Ike. I would listen to a lot of inspirational videos, okay? Because that's when I first started. Remember what I said, right? Like, I wanted people to know that they wasn't alone. So those were the videos that I was making. I was making like inspirational videos. And then one day my sister said to me, she was like, um, go, she was like, because at this time I was doing Uber, and she was like, go to, I needed a phone holder. And she was like, go to Dollar Tree. And I do it, I was like, yeah, every time it's two. I was like, I'm not going to Dollar Tree because for me, I thought that Dollar Tree was like, I was too good for Dollar Tree. And then after the whole Uber situation, everything like that, one day I forgot what I went in there for. But I went into Dollar Tree, and I was nervous, like to record myself like in the stores. Not nervous on video because I done did so many videos, and the more you do the videos, the more comfortable you get. Don't worry about messing up. Don't worry about, oh, people gonna see this. Let me tell you something. When you first start doing content creation, there's not going to be a whole bunch of people probably watching you in the beginning. So it's best you get those mistakes or whatever it is you want to call them out the way now while the audience is not that big. Okay. Oh, another tip that I had got. So you want to pick three. People say competitors. I don't compete against no one. Okay. I just don't, because competing to me is like, you paying attention so much to these people that you trying to emulate them or trying to be like, I don't compete. I just don't compete. Okay. Compete to me is foolishness. But you get three people you can say that inspires you. So my three people, it was the Deal guy. He has every video he upload is like 643,000 views he get. So it was because people who has more subscribers or people that you go to far as mentoring you, they say the same thing. You pick three people who has 10,000 YouTube subscribers. Then you pick a person that has 100,000 YouTube subscribers, and then you pick a person that has like a million and up YouTube subscribers. After you do that, after you pick those three people, you go to the most popular video, okay? And you recreate the most popular video. You can use the title, okay? Because remember, success leaves clues. You can use their title, but you don't beat them, okay? Like you don't try to be that person. You be yourself. And that has helped tremendously. So my three, it was, let me see, it was the Deal guy, it was Vivian, 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 is it Choose? I'm trying to think of Vivian name. So it was Vivian, it was the Deal guy, and it was one other person that had 10,000 subs at that time that I was like, I'm gonna use their title and stuff like that. But that's what you want to do. And so you pick three people, you use their title, okay? You look at their thumbnail. You can use of course, you're gonna recreate your own thumbnail, but you can have some of the similarities that they thumbnail has. So if they thumbnail has like a emoji in it, maybe you want your thumbnail to have an emoji in it. So you want to pretty much copy, because success leaves clues. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. The next thing is life is going to happen. Okay, life is going to happen. We can't stop life from happening. So it's going to be times in your life where things start happening and you may be like, oh my goodness, I started doing this so me and my family, could be good. I did this so I could, move my family out of whatever it is. Life is still going to happen. So what does that mean? That means that you still need to show up. If you was working on that 9 to 5, you would still show up, even if life was happening. So you have to be serious about this and say, you know what? I'm still going to show up because life is still going to happen. And the more you be like, every time something happens, right? Like an obstacle comes up and you're like, oh my goodness, well, you know what? I'm not going to do it today, right? That's gonna start a process where so every time something happens, you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna do it today. So guess what? So every time you want to move forward, something's going to happen. And then you're going to keep talking yourself out of, oh, I don't want to do it today. I'm going to just wait until my life get better. Honey, no. Okay? You make your life get better. And the way you make your life get better is do your perception. You say to yourself, I want more. I deserve more. My family and I, we deserve the best of the best. The next thing is I will read. Now, these things I don't really do as much. But in the beginning, I was doing these things like wholeheartedly. Some of the books that I would read was the Prosperity Bible. I have an Amazon storefront, so you guys could get those books in my Amazon storefront. Okay. I would read the Prosperity Bible. That would be on go. It was one chapter that I would read a lot. And it was The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. I would read that chapter, that book, so many times over and over and over. And also Psycho-Cybernetics, okay, which is, it talks about a plastic surgeon who would do surgery on people. And although he did surgery on people, it was some people that would come to him and they felt like maybe they was ugly or maybe their nose was too big. And he would do surgery on them. And although he did the surgery and maybe made their nose a little shorter or, they still felt that they wasn't pretty. So then Maxwell Maltz, that's the author, the surgeon. Maxwell Maltz, he discovered that we have two images. We have our inner image and we also have our outer image. Okay, phenomenal book. I mean, it's like so good. It's really, really good. What's the next thing? This is not like in any order. This is not in any order. The next thing is you want to take time for yourself. Like this is not like oh well, I have to hurry up and get there, right? Because then you're gonna put all this pressure on yourself. It's like it's a marathon, It's no pressure. The more you enjoying what you do, the more your numbers are going to raise. The more you enjoying like what you do, the more you like really enjoying it, your numbers are gonna raise because it's something about the energy. When people feel your energy, and I would get so many comments on my videos like, oh my goodness, your energy is so good, or oh my goodness, your videos are so funny, or whatever it was. And that's because the people can feel it. They can feel your energy. So if you are looking at it like, well, I have to hurry up and get there, maybe take a few moments, meditate. That's another thing. I meditate. So meditate. And look at it like you are already there. Okay. Like, look at it like, how would the person that has 10,000 subscribers, how would they show up? right? Like, how would they show up? Would they, would this person show up if they was going through something? Would this person still show up? Like, you got to look at it like you're already there. It's not like, oh, one day I'm gonna be there. No, you got to look at you like right now. I have 1 million subscribers. I have 1 million subscribers right now. I don't look at it like, oh, one day I'm gonna be there. No, I'm there now. Okay. And you have to look at it like that. So you have to be consistent. That's one. I understand life happens, but honey, you're gonna have to still show up. Okay. The next thing is you can download or do the Chrome extension for TubeBuddy. Have it on your laptop. TubeBuddy, they also have like an app. You could put it on your phone and stuff like that. What else? The editor I use, so I use two different things. I use VN editor to edit my videos. So there's VN, and then I also use is it Hot something? I'm trying to think of the other thing. It's called Hot something. Yeah, so I use VN and Hot something because I mainly use VN. What else? Oh, for my thumbnails, let me see, because I want to get you guys the exact thing. 1 second. Okay, so for my thumbnails, I use PixArt, and then for like editing, I use InShot. Okay, let me see. Hey, streamer, what time is it for you? Right now, I think it's 2. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. Yes. Okay, so that's pretty much what I do. Okay, so you guys have any questions? Oh, thank you so much, Damoon. Do you guys have any questions? Oh, another thing for like the descriptions, right? Like when you upload the videos, one of the things that when I first started doing like the YouTube videos, I would use the description area like blank. I wouldn't even put nothing in it because I would be like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to say, like in the description box. So what I started doing was it was a content creator that I had watched, right? And one of the things you have to understand is a few, like you're gonna have to invest in time or money. Okay. Those are the two things. You're gonna either have to invest in your time or invest in money. And I did both. Okay. I invested with Think Media, I think his name's Sean Cannell. I invested in his program, and then I invested with Peach McIntyre's. I invested with Jazz. Jazzy, I think she from Brooklyn. Or is she from the Bronx? No, I think she's from Brooklyn. Or is it she from the Bronx? No, Brooklyn. Okay. I invested with a few content creators. Okay. And where was I going with this? Oh, so I remember I was looking at like to learn how to read my analytics and stuff like that. And it was a content creator that came up where so he was teaching how to increase your numbers, right? on social media, on YouTube, like how to get more views and stuff. And one of the things he suggested was go to Chat GPT. And at that time I was like, and this was like a few months ago, I was like, Chat GPT. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go on Chat GPT and stuff like that, like, for descriptions and stuff. And he was like, you will see the difference. All of it is, if you believe that, that's what it is. Okay. If you believe that you have to work extremely hard, because I still go, is something that at times I may go through, right? Whereas though I'm like, I gotta pump so many videos, like I gotta do so many, videos and stuff like that in order for me to be successful. And I remember even Chat GPT, when I got my schedule, like from Chat GPT, I was like, let me know how many video, whatever. And I was afraid because it was like upload one long form video per week. And I was like, one long video, because I was used to doing 3 long form videos per day. Sometimes even 4. Okay. I was you 3 to 4 long form and then 15 short form videos. Okay. And I remember when Chat GPT said that, like I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work. Like, I don't know if my income, it may drop all the way down. Like, and I remember even Jazz, I'm trying to think of Jazzy name, her last name. But I remember Jazzy, who has, I think like she has like, I don't know if it's like 500,000 or 200,000 YouTube subscribers. But I remember I took her course and she was like, I was telling her how many videos I was uploading. And she was like, oh my goodness. She was like, oh my goodness. She was like, no, you don't have to. She said she upload, I think like 3 videos or something per week. I was like, oh my goodness, 3 videos per week, right? But I just would keep uploading videos. So when Chat GPT was like, no, you upload it once, because the algorithm is is not going to show all those videos. Basically, that's what Chat GPT was saying. So it was saying like, upload a few times out the day and stuff like that, and do one long form video added a week. And then, so 4 long form videos per month. Now, normally, like what I have seen on this content creation journey is that there would be like content creators who had like 100,000 subscribers. They will upload in the beginning like 1 long form video per week. Okay. And I was like, oh my goodness. So one of the things that I had to start asking myself, and another thing, remember I talked to you guys about, I would listen to inspiration videos, motivational videos. I start listening to Narrow Knowledge, right? And I absolutely love Narrow Knowledge. But I remember Narrow Knowledge, he talks about manifestation, metaphysics and stuff like that. And one of the things he said was, he was like, it's all according to what you tell yourself. If you tell yourself, or if you believe that you're going to be successful, if you exhausted and all this other stuff, he was like, then that's what's going to be. And I remember, so I had went back and I remember having this epiphany, because I was like, wait, I manifested 2 cars. Okay. At this time, I wasn't working when I manifested those 2 cars. There was not a sign in sight that would have showed me like, oh, you're going to get the cars from this, right? But I manifested those cars. So it's all according to your frequency. It's all according to your energy. It's all according to, do you know? Not like, oh, well, I believe I could be successful, right? Belief changes, but do you know, right? And so So I started going back and I started thinking like all the times that I manifested, like I remember I manifested $10,000 from Section 8 while me being on Section 8. I had goals for me to graduate from college, for me to become a police officer, and for me to take a financial literacy class. And it was something else I needed to do. Because Section 8 was like, well, we don't know, like, you're not in charge of when a police department will hire you. So they was like, those goals that I had set up, the financial literacy class, me graduating college, I was able to earn the $10,000. Okay. And that wasn't hard. I mean, that was not hard at all. So I started going back and thinking over my life, like all the times that I manifested, whether it was money or whatever it wasn't hard. And to tell you the truth, I was lazy. Okay. And that was something that I was like kind of afraid of because I was like, I don't want people to think that I'm lazy and all this other stuff. Because growing up, I would hear that a lot. Oh, you lazy, you don't want to work. And I even put, on Chat GPT, I was like, I've been told that I was lazy and stuff. And one of the things Chat GPT is helpful, okay? Because one of the things it said, it was like, you was a kid, like you wasn't lazy or whatever it was. But anywho, so those are my tips, okay? To give you guys, if you want to um gain 10,000 subscribers, you have to believe in yourself. You have to see yourself as already there. Um, you have to be focused and disciplined. Like if you told yourself that you're going to make a video and then when the time come, you like, oh, I'm too tired or whatever it is like that. Like you got to learn to keep your word to yourself because that's how you're going to start trusting yourself more when you start keeping your word to yourself. You can't say you don't trust other people. It's not that you don't trust other people. It's that you don't trust your intuition when it's talking to you, when it's guiding you. All right. So with that being said, honey, I love you guys. Keep rocking out. I hope you guys got something from this. Well, I know you got something from this video. But I catch you guys. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna do a live. Probably on Sunday. Probably Sunday I'll do a live. Until next time, I catch you good folks on the next one. Peace.